Today we are going to look at the situation we have with the Great Britain Danish krone. Okay, I spoke about this before now, and some actually following me, they know that price can actually be going down or because not of a certain pressure, but because there is no demand for that pay. So you can have a currency going down. So one of the things you want to see is why and how we can get involved in a trade such as this. Now, first of all, we had it that price have been in this sort of area, very small area, up and down. Very small area, not really big, but a very small area, such as this. And one of the things I want to also highlight to everyone here that price is definitely correcting, all right? Because after an impulse move, what you want to see after an impulse is definitely a correction before the next impulse to the upside. But what are we seeing now? We are seeing a correction inside of a small zone. Small zone, how small is the zone? Let's look at how small the zone is at the moment. We have this small zone that price actually trading inside this small zone, and that we cannot dispute. Okay, so let's see how we can start setting up for a trading plan. One of the things we have is that price have actually came actually to test this high, and now price is still showing great strength to the downside to actually still continue the push to the downside. But do we see an entry for a trade, or do we see a possibility to actually take a trade? Now, one of the things we want to be doing that we want to sell from here to this zone. Before then, we can look for reaction inside this zone to either buy for that correction, maybe up to this zone, maybe in the future. But what is the situation we have at the moment? From the weekly time frame, what conclusions can we draw from the weekly time frame and also the daily time frame? We had it that price have indeed made this push from inside of here up to here, and as we can see, if you use Fibonacci tool from a swing high to a swing low, you have it that price actually started at exactly the 61.8 Fibonacci level to actually retrace back. So, what statement can we make of that? What we can make of that is that one of the times, or many of the times, that price actually retraces from the 61.8 Fibonacci level, it actually could, just might could, be running into problems and could actually start doing a complex pattern or a complex correction such as the ABC or the AB equals to CD, but that we will not draw conclusions now because it could just run into this kind of um, pattern. AB equals to CD, but that we cannot start saying for now. One of the things we can also start saying is that we want to overall sell the GBP against the Danish krone. All right. So what do we have from the daily time frame? From the daily time frame, we had it that when the price was doing a bit to an upside, that market did form this overextended W pattern. Then we could expect a retest of the neckline, and which we are about to see. Or if the price could come in and break the neckline, we would then wait for a retest and we could continue selling the pair to the downside to complete the AB equals to CD pattern, which we wanted to see initially. So what are we seeing and how can we start drawing a conclusion for a trading plan? From the daily time frame, we have it that price indeed have broken below a very key area which we wanted to see because this was a strong support in the market here. And it took price a lot of time, courage to be able to break below this structure here to make this push to downside. So after a breakout such as this, what do you expect? A retest before then we can then look to sell to the downside, and which is this zone which we want to see. So how can we get involved and when should we get involved? Now we are going to speak about this that two things can make a price be going down. It is either because of selling pressure or no demand. All right, so let's go to the H4 and see what we have from the H4 from inside of this zone. So these are two key areas which we want to see reaction. These are two key areas which we want to see reaction. And initially, with the students, we spoke about that when price was here, price broke out, should have come back for a retest of this structure before then going back down. But indeed, price did not just test, rather, price broke above, moved back, came back now to even break above it. So I am expecting that one, price could actually be back into testing this area before then looking for reactions to actually make a sell, which you want to see back to the downside. So one of the things we want to be looking at from the H4, we want to be looking at reactions and how we can get involved. Now, at the moment, price is still making higher highs and higher lows, and price is looking to be going up. So we will just definitely wait for price to continue doing whatever it wants to do and then complete into this zone. Then inside of this zone, we will wait for sort of reaction inside of this zone to sell back into this target, or at the least sell back into the 127 Fibonacci extension of this impulse. So this is the area which you want to see make a push from after this using our Fibonacci tool, and this also conforms better with the 1618 Fibonacci extension which we actually marked out before. So there are great level of confidence we have seen in the market, because what you want to be seeing in the market is actually confidence and confirmation that you are actually on the right path. So we are on the right path looking at everything technically, but the entry is what will definitely make all the difference in this setup. So I look forward to seeing everything play out as I planned, and also you too should be able to watch out as everything plays out to be able to make a trading decision and also a trading action as regards this trade. Thank you very much. It's still the voice of GBPDK, and I hope to see you next time and have a wonderful, wonderful trading week.